Tuesdays with Troy, brought to you by The Fresh Market, locations in Charlotte and Lake Norman.
Chef Troy has all the details in the kitchen with our very own
Derek James.
food connoisseur. I was trying to think of what to say. Food connoisseur, Derek James.
With that, the guy
whatever his
sits in
name
the
is.
chair with Christine. I don't know his name. All right, so we have 3 different dishes here.
Well, before we get into that,
Yes.
you know, the Fresh Market's my sponsor. A lot of the guys, you know, watch the show. A lot of the girls watch the show, and
Thank you for watching.
they saw your comment about the cream filling kind of thing, and one guy in particular in Cornelius, his name is Chris, who works in the meat department. He's the one that hooks me up. He wanted to present you with these cream-filled whoopies.
As I am the creamy center of Fox News Rising.
That is the red velvet, and this is the peanut butter. So you are the cream filling of Fox News Rising. So, Chris, we appreciate it.
Thank you very much, guys.
No, actually, I'm going to eat those now. So.
So it's just a prop?
Yeah, it's just a prop. I'm taking them home with me. So.
All right, so 3 dishes. Now, technically here, one of them isn't even Irish, right?
One of them is an English dish, but it kind of has an Irish feel.
Okay.
You know, I don't know how this kind of got to be, but when I was thinking about the menu, the Irish menu, I was thinking about potatoes and cabbage. And when I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what, the Bubble and Squeak is potatoes and cabbage essentially, or sometimes you could stir, you know, kale in it, but basically it's a leftover dish. It's you know, a peasant dish that you would do, you know, leftovers. We use leftover mashed potatoes.
You know, frying up their potatoes.
Oh man, it's awesome. And now what we did was we took Brussels sprouts, we cut them in half. I took the outer leaves out, and we just sauteed those. And we put those in with the potatoes, and we just sauteed them in a pan until they were nice and golden brown.
Now, is this a really easy way to trick kids into eating Brussels sprouts?
Oh, yeah. If you line them with potatoes, yeah. I mean, anybody's going to eat Brussels sprouts in, right? Now, you know, you could add anything you wanted to in there. You could, you know, I'm a big Chipotle fan. You could stir some Chipotle in there, make them nice and spicy. Now, I'm going to get our Brussels sprouts out because we didn't want to waste those. And I did this dish the other day, and I fell in love with it. And, you know, I'm going to start cooking it a lot.
And these got so hot they were popping out of the pan.
Well, you know, I'd put bacon grease on them, you know, instead of olive oil, and then I season them with my back rub, which is a coffee ancho and cocoa rub, which I know sounds kind of weird, but
which is this right here.
The flavor was amazing, and you know, I was the only one at the table freaking out about it, but I just loved them. So if you get a chance to try this, definitely try them. We just put them in the oven and slow cooked them. We started them in a pan, and we slow cooked them with a little bit of butter and some chicken stock, and of course you can see it soaked all that stuff up.
How do you know when those are done?
When they're really soft, and I mean, you can tell. I mean, we can pull one out and just cut it. I mean, they're tender.
Okay.
You know, and if you don't like them quite that mushy, just don't, you know, cook them as much. You know, I'm not a big fan of, you know, soft vegetables, but for me, that worked for me. All right, now for our Irish beef stew, we've just got, when we started with just, you know, like a chuck roast. I cut it, seasoned it, put some flour on it, and the flour is important because that's what made this nice and thick. Now, look at me. I made a big old mess, Derek. The flour thickened up the sauce, but I did the vegetables separate, and I did them in big pieces.
Service.
Yeah. I did them in big pieces so we could do them separately, and we got a nice color on them. We added some tomato paste with it, and that, you know, just made it nice and thick. Now, our cabbage and potatoes, everybody's got to have it. It's called colcanon.
Colcanon, and this was, you started with bacon here again too, right? Bacon
and cabbage go very well together. We actually braised that with some white wine, and we're just going to line that there. And then we just made some really simple mashed potatoes with just potatoes, a little bit of butter, sour cream, salt and pepper, a little bit of milk, and there you go. I hope everybody has a great St. Patty's Day.
I'm going to try to take those.
No, that doesn't offer.
Here you go, girls.
Thank you.
Since you guys were the outer and he was the cream filling, there you go.
The creamy center.
He is a mess.
Rising.
He is a mess.
I won't even comment.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Fox News Rising. Make sure you check out Fox News at 10 with Morgan and Izzy, and then Matt and Ramona have The Edge. It all starts tonight at 10 after the comedies on Fox Charlotte.